Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. And today we're going to be looking at first the full blue moon in Sagittarius, which will be happening on Sunday, the 31st. And then the following week to that, jumping into June, the beginning of June. So first, I did a little bit of research. I'm not an astrologer. But I did some looking up of the meaning of this full blue moon in Sagittarius. It's called a blue moon because we had a full moon on May 1st and we have another full moon on May 31st. This is the second full moon of the month of May, so that's why they call it a blue moon. So these blue moons, because they're the second new moon in a month, carry a lot of energy. It's going to be a high energy day, Sunday the 31st. This energy is around a couple days before and a couple days after. So because it's in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So expanding things, expanding your views, your perspective, things like that. Also adventure, right? Sagittarians are very much truth seekers. I'm a Sagittarius, so I know truth is very important to a Saggy. If you lie to a Saggy, you may not recover that relationship. So this, as far as I'm concerned, is this blue moon couldn't be coming at a better time. So my hair, I'm having a bad hair day, so you'll have to try to ignore it. Anyway, yet last night I watched the documentary called The Age of Disclosure. Wow, wow, wow. This is interviews with actual people that worked for the government. Now, we all know, if you're watching this channel, you know that disclosure has been coming from 2023 to now, slowly kind of uncovering things. And the Age of Disclosure was really mind-blowing. I mean, I knew a lot of these things existed. I knew there were secrets about UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them. But we have another movie coming out. So this Netflix movie, Age of Disclosure, was released in November of 2025. So in June of 2026, we have the movie Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg. And this movie's coming out on June 12th. So I think maybe Age of Disclosure was kind of prepping us for this next one that's coming out. Now, of course, it is labeled a science fiction movie, but you can make your own decision about what you think of it. Now, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Star Trek, the series that was written by Gene Roddenberry, who was said to have actually spoken to beings from other worlds. So you can think about all the things that happened in Star Trek, and are they kind of coming true? A lot of them are, right? Video TVs, the Jetsons had some of that in it too. Cell phones, communicators, all those things. Dematerializing, I don't think we're quite there yet. But anyway, so this blue moon in Saggy is super important. And so be aware of it on Sunday. This will be uploaded on Friday night. I try to always upload on Friday night so my subscribers know when the next videos are coming out. I've been very consistent with that for the last, 4 or 5 weeks since I decided that I would, instead of randomly uploading things when I get them done, just recording and then uploading them all at a certain time. Okay, so Cancers. I decided to use the Dragon Riders Oracle and the Council of Horses. The Council of Horses, because it's a year of the Fire Horse, right? Things are speeding up, things are coming out, things are being revealed. And so I use that. We'll talk about the card that came out at the end because that's going to be a card for every sign, my guides told me. But as far as what you have from the Dragon Riders Oracle, whoops, let me see if I can get that. Number 39, which is a 12, which is a 3, which is creation and collaboration. Kuthumi and Kayana. Look at the beautiful gold colors in that card. The Kuthumi sitting on top of Kayana looks super relaxed in a meditative pose, but eyes open, just relaxing there. Smile and feel the peace that smiling brings you. Ensure that there is divine peace within you at every level. So this is a card reminding you to be peaceful, to smile, because smiling can really turn your mood around. If you're facing things that feel difficult, tedious, what have you, just smile, right? So, let's see. Master Kuthumi was a Brahmin who traveled to Europe and elsewhere in order to spread his teachings, finally settling in Kashmir. As an ascended master, his teachings of kindness, ease, and joy are very important for all people. When his light touches us, we feel a deep connection with all that exists and a deep inner peace. A deeper connection with all that exists, right? Kuthumi likes to remind us that we can also communicate with animals and plants and probably other life forms. We can with our telepathic abilities that we all were born with, but that have been brushed to the side because of social norms or the way that things were supposed to be, right? Okay, I'm going to face the camera down and we're going to look at the tarot and see what else comes out for you for this first week of June, or whenever you come to it. Okay, my beautiful Cancers. All right, so I like to use my Celestial Tarot when it's a week of a new moon or a full moon. I just feel like that's a good way to connect into those energies. I'm really looking forward to this full blue moon. I like it better when they're on a Friday or a Saturday night because I can stay up really late to see. Sunday nights, I don't know. We'll have to, hopefully I can see it before I go to bed. Okay, so for my beautiful Cancers, what is the tarot message that we have? Now, this tends to be a very positive deck. That's another reason why I like it. It's pretty positive in the way that things are shown. Even some of the cards that may be considered challenging. I don't really like to say negative. I mean challenging. Look pretty good in this deck. Today, as I'm recording this, it's a very gloomy, rainy day. Okay, Ace of Cups, Four of Cups, Page of Wands, Knight of Cups. Those all flew out of the deck. Sometimes it happens that way. Sometimes it takes a while. Page of Cups. Two pages. New messages. Childlike innocence. And that going along with that smile card, right? And positivity card. Pages are like that because they're innocence, you know, their childhood innocence. And children don't tend to be negative or challenging. They just kids just kind of go with the flow. Most kids, not all. I mean, I had a lot of anxiety as a kid, but one more card, Spirit. What do you want to end this? One more card. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. Wow, lots of cups in this reading. Okay, let's see. Cups. Almost every... Did you get all cups in one wand? Let me look at that real quick. Cups, 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 cups. Oh my gosh. All right, so lots of love and nurturing is going to be needed this week. My beautiful Cancers. 5 out of 6 of your cards are cups. That's your sign. That's your element, water. But let's see how this unfolds. Ace of Cups. Look at that beautiful cup with the purple roses there on the table, the beautiful stars. So Ace of Cups is a new opportunity or a new beginning as far as loving, nurturing, relationships go. But the deeper meaning of the Ace of Cups is seeing something in a different perspective, seeing something differently. And then that goes right back to when we smile, we feel differently, right? Different perspective, new perspective. I can see the cat's been up here playing with all this stuff. Different perspective, new opportunity to have a new, different perspective, right? Then you have the Four of Cups. So again, it looks so different because in the traditional tarot deck, it's kind of a person sitting under a tree not seeing something. In this, the person is actually holding up the fourth cup and looking at it. There are 3 cups here. It's almost the opposite feeling of the other card is staying with what you see and not seeing the one. This person is looking at the one, holding it up in reverence, kind of, and there are 3 things here that they're kind of not seeing because they're focusing on this one. 4s are stability or stagnation. We always want to have things that are stable, right? Our home, our income, things like that. But sometimes we get so focused on one thing that the other things get out of whack. So what I'm feeling with this is make sure that you're not highly focused on one thing and ignoring others, right? Beautiful cards, though. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It doesn't really have... It's just kind of filigree. But it is beautiful, holding that cup up to the heavens. Then, the only other suit you have is this Page of Wands. Action, passion, ready for something new, ready to move on. Pages are also childlike. As you can see, this does look like a younger person, right? Looks like a younger person holding the wand. The wand is lighting the way. Action, passion, lighting the way. Love that, Cancers. Then you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is not wanting to fight, but I find it... So all these cups have a lot of bright, bursting light, right? So the Knight of Cups, the horse is kind of jumping up on its hind legs. This person has a beautiful long purple cloak on, and they're holding a cup which seems to be releasing something to the heavens. Now, a lot of times, Knight of Cups has to do with romance, right? Ready for romance, but it can be partnership too. This Knight of Cups is ready to partner with somebody, whether it's a romantic partnership or a business partnership or something like that. Either way, or any way it is, it's some sort of new partnership. It's a soft, nurturing energy. Page of Cups. Look how, okay, so this cup, all these cups, Page of Cups here, novice, childlike innocence, really believing, right? There's a cup with, energy being released, a cup with energy being released, a cup with energy being released, all here. This is really, really interesting, Cancers. You're going to have an interesting week, I think. Releasing your hopes, wishes, and dreams, maybe, up into the universe in prayer, acting as if it's already, seeing things with more of a childlike innocence, like believing that magic can happen, believing that good can come of a situation. And then you have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is my happiest card in the deck. This is, in this one, it's 2 women. They're sitting, it's obviously in the desert because you see the cacti there. And they're sitting and having a great time. Their cups are just going right up to the moon, the full moon there. Yeah, so you end with this card depicting a full moon. 10s are completing a cycle and beginning a brand new cycle. This card is complete happiness. They're there, totally relaxed, just having a conversation. This could be your really, really good friend that you're sharing things with right now, ideas, time. Okay. So from the beginning, Katumi and Kayana, this boiled down to a 3, which is creation and collaboration, and you kind of end with a card that's similar to that, right? Smile and feel the peace that smiling brings you. Ensure that there is divine peace within you at every level. And look at this. They look very peaceful, right? So starting with peace and ending with peace. Okay. Ace of Cups, we said all the cups are love, nurturing water signs. The Ace of Cups, the cup is overflowing right up to the universe, to the stars. It's also seeing things differently, right? Remember that about the Ace of Cups. The Four of Cups is maybe focusing way too much on one thing, one person, one feeling, right? Because you want to have stability, but you don't want to stagnate. Page of Wands, this is that ready for action and passion. Ready for action and passion. Getting ready to move forward with something. Knight of Cups, this is partnership, either romantic or otherwise. And then the Page of Cups, hopes, dreams, and wishes going up to the universe, believing that magic can happen. This is quite an interesting reading. Wow. And then the 10 of Cups, what I call, to me, is the happiest card in the deck. The 10 of Cups. All right, now for the Council of Horses card that's going to be read for everybody. So what happened was when I was looking at my decks, and because of the Blue Moon and the Age of Disclosure stuff and the Disclosure Day, I wanted to just ask the deck, what is the message? What do I need to hear right now? And once I pulled this card and started reading the message, they're like, this is the card for everyone right now. So you see it's a black and white card. You see the mountain, almost looks like the pyramid on the American money, right? The pyramid with light shining out from it. Mythic horse, unfold your own myth. Mythogenesis, symbiosis, modern archetypes. History need not define you. Humanity need not define you. Yeah, we have to find our own way, right? I appear when it is time for you to travel deep inside your humanity to help you release the reverence you hold for order and convention. Herein, you begin to make sense of the world in a different way, beyond the boundaries of upbringing and education. Yeah. Myth is a way of talking about the ineffable and begins to reveal the coded language in your soul. It's happening. I will help you find the compelling narratives that define the qualities of who you are. Connect to the definitions of self you bring to the world, then push out beyond the edge of those stories to become the author of your personal myth. Where are you conforming to conformity? How are you defined by the myths you tell yourself or the ones that are told about you? So I feel like this really ties in with all this disclosure, right? You don't want to live a myth. You don't want to live with the untruths that have been put out there and told, right? You want to unfold your own myth. Wow, Cancers. Really, really interesting. Yeah, we can't go by, you can't be defined by, the history or the humanity. You have to be defined by your own way, right? Traveling deep inside your humanity to help release the reverence and you hold for order and convention. So again, releasing the reverence you hold for order and convention has to do with playing the games, I guess, going along with the things that they feed us. Wow. Okay, let me know what you think of this. 5 out of 6 cards being cups. Smile to change the way things feel, right? Okay, Cancers, I hope you have a great week. Until next time, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.